First rates, a lot of green, solid market breadth, and a good start at least for the Nifty. Let's look at some newsmakers now. Indian Energy Exchange, 3% higher. You've got Reliance Power, which is chugging along very smartly. And then you've got Infra, which is also moving on very smartly. So markets are off to a good start. I think it is empirically evident in the way how things are moving on the breadth front. So the breadth, I think, is the talking point, and I think the breadth is the talking point for a long period of time, which is what I think is important here. No large newsmakers. You want to look at Honasa, you want to look at Titan, you want to look at the Chola group of Murugappa group of companies, because they were the real big boys in terms of the market action, in terms of semi-large cap. The breadth is strong, but I want to look at Jubilant also, because CLS has come out with the sell report on Jubilant. Let's look at that one. But barring that, I guess there are no fireworks, but I think the trend in a sense by and large is on expected lines.
Yeah, no fireworks really. It's only real estate sector in terms of the sectoral trends which is standing out. That's because Mahindra Life is actually starting higher. Metals also are also doing well. So Welspun Corp continues the up move, and NMDC too is holding up in the green. But separately, not too much to talk about in terms of individual movers. You of course have the stock specific reactions coming in. Bajaj Auto is higher by around 1%. Power Grid is also higher, and then you're seeing a bit of a move on Infosys continuing from yesterday. So that's one of your top contributors at the index level right now. Adani Ports too has managed to open with a bit of a green tick. Sterling Wilson Solar is higher by 5%. MapMyIndia is holding up. CDSL is higher in trade. And then EID Parry from the entire Murugappa group is also higher. Home First, as we talked about, is down about 5%. Tube Investments, I think, is coming under pressure. Let's pull up the stock of Tube Investments and see if those rates are making sense or not, because it's suggesting a downtick of around 5%. And then KEI and eClerks are a couple of other big buzzers, but overall, a very, very quiet and tempered opening amount.
Absolutely. So it's yet again a range-bound day of trade. And by way of individual sectors, yesterday, of course, you had the banks that were on the back foot. Today, banks are absolutely quiet, and pretty much across the board, sectors are quiet. But real estate, PSU banks, that's where you're seeing a little bit of traction. All sectors, by the way, in the green, barring pharma. Let's find out, Kunal, what you're making of the market open this morning. What's the view on the Nifty Bank Index at 43,500 in your top trade?
So at least it's a slight positive start for the banking index, not an outperformance as such with respect to the benchmark index. But again, as I said, that hopefully we would probably expect a follow-through up move for both the indices on a gradual basis. Now, in terms of opening trade, Hero MotoCorp is something which looks attractive. We've seen that from the short-term spaces, the auto stocks have done reasonably well. So that's a stock which I would pick.
What about you, Naresh? What's the first trade?
So that would be a buy on Sun Pharma, which has hit a new 8-year high. So expecting it to slowly and steadily go towards the 1280 to 1300 mark.